Today I'm going to talk about if you're moving to the Boston area and you need to commute to downtown, whether it be the financial district or an area close to that. How do I get there? Well, I'll give you a little overview and hopefully it'll help. Be right back. The financial district of Boston is located in downtown near practically the waterfront, near Government Center and Chinatown. So Chinatown's a little more south. Like many areas within Boston, the financial district has no official definition. It's roughly bounded by Atlantic Ave along the waterfront, State Street, and Devonshire Street. Be that as it may, to find your way into Boston from outside the city for work or pleasure, let me share some general information. The big commuter trains come in from the furthest suburbs. So here's a map. It's big. There's a commuter rail, so trains come from the outer suburbs. They'll come from the south and from the north. They will drop you off at very central locations. How to find your way into Boston for a job, for work, for entertainment, if you live out in the suburbs and you do not want to drive. First of all, go to mbta.com, the Mass Bay Transportation Authority. Here you'll get familiar with schedules and maps, the station stops, subway lines, bus routes, commuter rail, even the ferry. You can review fares. So subway, bus, they're all different. Commuter rail and the ferry. Accessibility, how to find your way around. What I think you should do to start is do your trip planner. Right here is the financial district, this whole part here. This is South Station. This is North Station. So all the northern commuter rails end up at North Station and the southern end up in South Station. South Station has lots of buses and Amtrak stations, so does North Station. So say you live you want to go to the Federal Reserve Building on Atlantic Ave in Boston. You would like to go to work at, say, 10 after 7. And let's say we're going to do this tomorrow. Get trips. Bear with me for a minute. I'll give you a couple of examples. These two are coming from the north, I think. So you get into the city of Boston and then you switch. And sometimes the fastest way is get off the train, walk upstairs, hop on a bus for 5 or 10 minutes, hop off, hop on another bus for 5 minutes, and you're there. In the bad weather, it's great. If you don't need to, you can walk. You can take a half-hour walk to get to your destination. It's pretty good. Let's see, number 2 and number 3. Okay, so number 1 was only 42 minutes. So let's see what it involves. You're in Revere, and you're going to, looks like you take a bus. Broadway, connect to the bus at 7:15 every trip. So if you live in Revere and you work in the Federal Reserve, here's your itinerary. It says you're going to take 42 minutes to get to work, so I would allow 50 minutes minimum. And let's go on to another trip. Now we're going to go from Arlington, Mass. to 1 Federal Street. Itinerary 1, 58 minutes, 58, they're all 48, itinerary 3, okay. So 67 bus, jump on the red line, and walk for a quarter mile. That sounds pretty good. Here we go. Arlington, you're going to get on this bus. You're going to I think it's at Harvard Square. You go downstairs, hop on the red line, and you buzz right into Boston, right at One Federal. There's a stop right there. The best thing about the subway system is you can type into your computer mbta.com and plan a trip. And this trip planning is the absolute best. Say you're moving to Boston and you want to live in one or two of these suburbs. You can put in an address and then the address of your work, and you can see what your commute will be like, what time of day you commute, whether it's going to take 45 minutes, and if you leave at 7:30, 8 a.m. like everyone else, it's going to take a full hour. So you can do a lot of planning, and you might have more than one choice for different options, but still it'll be public transportation. Have a great day. I will see you next Wednesday. Boston and the Burbs.